Hey y'all, it's your girl Key Nicole. If you're new here, hey. If you are returning, how you doing? I know it's been a while since we've had a chat, so let's just get a little update on things. Let's get some clerical work done. Yes, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're thinking about moving to Thailand, please watch this video in its entirety before doing so, because everybody thinks you can move to Thailand with $1,000, $2,000, and y'all, within 1 month of living here, I spent over $8,000 in 1 month of living in Thailand. So make sure you stay tuned to the end because I'll be sharing where my biggest expense went. But when I say I was so surprised to realize that I spent literally $8,000 in 1 month getting here, like, but it's all gonna make sense. So you just hold on. You just hold on. We're actually going to break down. I did all my breakdowns for my first month living here. So it's gonna make sense. Let's get into it. Just in case y'all don't know, this is and was my first relocation. I've never lived nowhere else outside of Atlanta. So just up and move abroad. And I brought my dog, so that was an expense in itself. And I was really like moving to a whole nother foreign land. Another thing that I really want to get into in this video, because there's a difference between living in Thailand and like fully relocating. So that's where the disconnect can be from people that are just visiting or people that are just like temporarily staying, and then like actually relocated. Because once you relocate, you're building from scratch, y'all. Like buying the bedding, buying everything. Like I'm buying everything except for furniture, essentially. So that's where a lot of expenses went. And I, for the most part, pulled cash. I went to the ATM and did cash withdrawals because cash is king, and I knew that would be easier for me to keep up with. And I didn't have a Thai account. I still don't have a Thai account. And so yeah, I've just been, cash is king. So let me give y'all the which is all in one bucket, like your relocation. So right now it's just all my relocation costs. So y'all know I have the DTB visa, which allows me to live in dollars. My flight one way with Qatar Airways was $500. My condo deposit plus the first month's rent plus Gianni's deposit was about $1,700. Her expenses along with just her health certificate, vet trips, all of that, and etc. was about $1,200, including the import tax. Yeah, $1,200. And I did a storage unit back home, which for 4 months was $300. So that total already is around $4,100, and that was just to move here, which is not bad. And another thing too, if you are considering moving to Thailand, I needed my dog because I feel like I'm her emotional support at this point, but I just couldn't imagine, leaving her back in the States while I'm out here. And then again, I do have the DTB, and I say I'm going to be here for just 1 year right now, but I'm legally good to be here for up to 5 years, and I didn't want to put that responsibility or have to rehome her because she is my home. I am her home. So, bringing the dog, the paperwork, and the flights, everything that does add up. And, but yeah, I wouldn't have had it any other way. I love this little spoiled dog. Yeah, all of that, just the moving alone was about $4,100. So I was mostly doing withdrawals out here. And I say a good $2,500 was just in withdrawals. That includes airport transportation. That was getting, like, after I did my first big C grocery haul of getting all of my like bed sheets, cleaning supplies, stuff like that. $2,500 for all of that. At the 7-Eleven, I spent about $80 for my first month. At the Big C, I spent about $265. So for food alone was close to $340 for that first month, which is honestly not bad. Because, when you're setting up, you're getting like, just the general things. And then that 2.5K for withdrawal fees includes everything else outside of the food category. And that 2,500 covered everything that I needed to get settled. Once I got here, the grab bikes, cleaning supplies, toiletries, bedding, kitchen supplies, when I ate, my SIM card for my phone, miscellaneous setup costs, Wi-Fi, anything else that you need to start a home from scratch. That's where that $2,500 went towards. So yeah, the running total is probably about $6,600 with that $4,100 plus the 2.5. Yeah. Once I knew that my landlord was willing to accept cash and I didn't have to, open a Thai account or find somebody that had one or do all of those running around things, I said, you know what? Let me give you 6 months, 4 months. But she was like, 6 months, or you can just give it to me monthly. So 6 months rent was about $3,000. But being that I paid that first month rent, so it was about $2,500 additional that I had to pay her. That's what really took the total up way past 8K because I went ahead and paid that 6 months rent. And like I said, that wasn't a requirement, but I prefer to do that because, like I said, I know I'm going to be here for at least a year, and I didn't want to have to be worried about, paying her monthly and making sure and did it all. Like I didn't come here to focus on paying rent, so I just wanted to go ahead and give her that up front. And so that's really what took the cost from okay to Thailand may be expensive, being that I did. It's July now, and I'm going to give her that next 6 months, and then yeah, I'll be out of here. And with just 2 to 3 interactions with my landlady, and she's been great. And we have an agent that communicates between us, and they've both been great, very helpful, and we've been out of each other's hair. The mistake that most people make is thinking that the relocation cost and the cost of living are the same, but they're absolutely two different things. Like I said, my monthly cost is substantially lower than my cost to move here. So that over $8,000 just to, my first month expenses moving here and getting settled versus my monthly cost. It's honestly like this. So let me know in the comments if you want a video for my month-to-month breakdown. And being that this is my first relocation, Thailand is still one of the most affordable relocation countries that there are, available to move to. Still the nice accommodations that they do have and the beautiful architects. So I'm not mad at it. So yes, just an expense recap. My visa was $400, flight $500, Gianni was $1,200. My condo first month deposit and pet deposit was about $1,700. My storage unit back home was $300. Cash withdrawals for daily living / my setup was about $2,500. So yeah, and my prepaid, my rent, and then like additional ATM withdrawal fees. Would I do it again? Absolutely. I think that $8,000 to move and get set up. It surprised me when I first heard it, but once you do the breakdown, it makes sense. I mean, 6 months rent, 6 months home was already like 1,800. So yeah, the math is so. Oh, and also, if you are thinking to move to Thailand, make sure you click the link in my bio to get my relocation planner. It's currently on sale for $12. It's 15 pages. It's not just for moving to Thailand. To relocate anywhere. It's not super girly. It's very unisex. And or if you are thinking to move abroad and want to have a clarity call with me, 30 minutes, you can click the link and book that. And that's not just for Thailand. That's for anywhere. However, if you are specifically thinking to move to Thailand, I am also offering Thailand relocation strategy sessions. And that's where we spend a full hour on FaceTime actually breaking down everything from cities, neighborhoods, budgets, everything. So make sure you click the link in my bio to get that Thailand strategy session call. And I am more than willing and ready to help all aspiring expats get out of the U.S. Okay? And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye now. I think I should go get in the pool.